nga juthra ha aranga. I betrokken raak chochwari, die hunga. Das ne verwelkoming sa, verwelkom met ako chida ko tuas ngaba tuari. Because you are the leaders. Ngani turo da jere, the youth are the leader of the future, di Jeremy. Ngahuje, it is now outdated. The youth are the leaders of today. They are not the leaders of tomorrow only. They are aristi layers chinanje habanje ngai anite a layer. Nak kaisan doch wa kam to anang anri kam koidu anduri necesti kai dui auduje. Netera ni koren hare du odajera. Kosa si dajere kam kon uga korin hare kau. Odajere kam kon kosa si adap mungare ne bidi ais toba voorbeeld eda mungare. Ti sauri. Ngangwa hu I odaga bidi ais toba ansluit koud mayo ngangwa hu gabe dire. I sadu chinang ohari. Amai. On amba dere didago I no du kas karma. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our organizers, the sponsors, and partners for making this event possible. Verwelkoming en dank
of the vibrant, driven, and diverse generation that is here to shape the future. This Youth Expo is not just a gathering. It is a powerful reminder of the potential that we as young people hold. Lasting changes in our communities and countries. As a youth, we are living in an era defined by rapid technology, advanced global challenges, and shifting societal landscapes. But within these challenges lies opportunities. Opportunities for us to rethink, innovate, and lead. We are not just leaders of tomorrow, we are the change makers of today. This expo represents more than just a showcase of our talents and ideas. It is a platform for us to voice our concerns, share our dreams, and present our solutions. Whether we are advocating for climate action, gender equality, mental health awareness, or education reform, we are united by one common goal: to build a future that is inclusive. However, none of this will be possible without collaboration. The strength of our generation lies in our diverse and ability to come together despite our differences. It is through partnerships, innovation, and a shared vision that we will create the world we want to live in. I encourage each and everyone to take advantage of this opportunity. Let us network, share ideas, and leave this expo not only inspired, but ready to take action. Our voice matters. And this is our time to rise, lead, and to make a difference. Our motto this year is for the youth, by the youth. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much to our esteemed guests for putting us really under pressure at the moment. We're going to take over a little song that we believe is also auspicious to the moment itself. It speaks about the love of God and how He's always present. Entirely immovable, magnificently, honest King
Thank you so much. Honorable Minister, ngadin ke khoina ka nge minister han khasarit ma. Tsi sasa mung chin guriko. Tsi si kwera on to etwa twa kwenke. Okay. All right. I will continue. Let's call upon the drum majorettes to give us something, a performance from the drum majorettes. Where are they? As hulle gereed? Okay. Nou diamante word mos nie sommer so op die grond gekry nie. Diamonds are not there, that's lying around. Jy moet soek vir dit. Thomas pas is dit nie. Jy moet soek vir dit. So dit is wat aan die gang is. Dit is wat aan die gang is. Kaya. Drama choretse ke Engels na trompopi di kuira mi khwe o kama di saka. I don't know to I do kan ngaudet ma dai ka kaint ma. Eto ngasa ngate da minister na khuyunen as ai. Bethanie Village Council asseblief laat ons tog altyd ministers inbring. Ida tani die kon ga om kai. Anna khun gastinang nou drama choretse di komio. Ngi kon bomut ne ko kaina di. Hey, no honorable thinking nin arami but they did a cash kung hui tayo. All right. Wat sal ons nou maak? Alles gereed nee. Mas jou nie makai alles gereed. For the youth, by the youth, schoolskie aan my. So, ada toch, laat ons verstaan. Ha, dat je kon naar koken. Ida ko, si hini disketi miba. Maske ne da kon kapitan noya. Kaya si toch ko idere dimisa. I was not supposed to direct this program, but yeah, alles zal voor mij betaal. Dat kan niet zo gaan nie. Leadership eka, kwetsta goed na leadership hanke. Oka trombo biskire drama choretse de kabamiti de. Dis 'n baie goeie ding dat ons skore net haas ke sada die eie gona dakatio. Dis sada eie khoina daka unwa da ke kwasi kakwiniti yama. Gabe da ke net sada die eie kwasa unwa. Kwasi trami otra kwasi ngakami. Sada die eie kwasa unwa. Ne keynote address ani ma datsi isa tanase ni sisap ke ne programma amptelik se ko tshwatswa tinimi ba sa se da ke nga gemaklik ry drooi gabe unwa gabe da ke honorable minister obatari ha kan nga sasina okay honorable governor obatari anda go da gira na uba turo tshwatswa tsine ba tuira twaga anda go dan an o da gay be kabise ko tshwatswa tida ko kabise komsi khaiti mi ba tuda jogo governor stang wa ba ne ba sa ke tsamsang nomdike go ikeng ai be mi da ko mini kung go ike sa da governor spa. Okay, they are ready. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Alle het hulle nie geweet ek het vir hulle geroep nie, né? Now next on our program, we've got one of our own. There's a biblical question. Can something good come out of Nazareth? Can something good come out of Bethany? Yes, there is potential. There's a lot of good came out of Bethany. Now it is my honor to call upon Pastor Sydney Boyce, the founder of Camp Campus, to give a statement.
Kankans. Good afternoon, goeiemiddag, Kankarap, goeiemiddag. Let me also acknowledge the presence of our own beloved sister, friend from Windhoek. Kariba didn't think he's the only one. But Honorable Downsap, Yvonne Downsap, thank you so much for gracing us in the South. Our Honorable Governor of the Kharas region, also a beloved sister, also from the soil of Bethanie. Our Councillor of the Chairperson of the Bethanie Village Council, Councillor Frederick. The chairpersons of the village councils that were mentioned, I heard about Arwap and Beersheba and chess Tina. Chess Cup is next weekend, I think the World Cup of Chess. Also, all the councillors present, esteemed stakeholders who were mentioned, partners, Bethanie community, the all invited guests, members of the media. So it would be important to probably give a word of two. It's important to know where you are coming from in order to know where you are today and where you are heading. So my task is just to take this opportunity to give a bit of background as founder on the BTI program, but more so the Camp Campus. Where did we start? And you will hear also the 4x4 initiative. It's an initiative we started in 2020 around in Windhoek, more a boys and men mentorship program, but it's now an overall mentorship program. In fact, today or tomorrow we will also initiate the 4x4 chapter in Bethanie. So, having said that, Honorable Downsap, around 2014 we approached the Council of Bethanie Village Council when I was challenged by MVA Fund at the time, who was my employer, to come up with what they call a BTI, Breakthrough Initiative, in any place. They said, start it any place. We will support you as MVA Fund at the time. And I wrote a Section 21 concept on career assessment mentorship. Because I said, I finished my junior secondary school in Bethanie, of course with the CEO now, Mr. Kuhlman. We were in the same hostel, the Lutheran hostel at the time. But I was challenged to come up with a BTI in any place. Hulle het gesê, begin met 'n program in enige, of by MW Fund, of, en ek het gesê, die program geskryf, 'n besigheidsprogram geskryf, wat die Camp Campus is, die Career Assessment Mentorship program. Elke mens wat deur God geskape is, het 'n God potentiaal. Dat het net ondersteuning nodig. It just needs support. And I said, Honorable, I need to go back to my place. I must go back to Bethanie and plant this program in the place where I finished my junior secondary school. That's how we started. And at least 3 students from this, and MVA Fund supported 3 students from Bethanie with bursaries, because we took a contract that I said, I will work in that community. If there are 2 or 3 people that come through, can you support them? And they got bursaries from MVA Fund. Just by support. We just need support. The youth of Namibia, let's tell everyone, the companies in Namibia, institutions, the youth just need a supporting environment. Through MVA Fund, again, I encouraged my community. I said, write to these institutions letters. Even if they deny, if they reject 20 letters, the 21st letter, there might be something. Continue. Knock on the door. The Bible said, ask and it shall be given. Knock and you shall be open. But seek and you shall find. So sometimes we stop with asking. After asking, you must seek. After seek, start kicking the door. Somebody must answer. And I told the community in Bethanie, write a letter to MVA Fund. I'm working there. I saw them giving bursaries and supporting students for BLS and basic life support courses. Honorable, eventually Bethanie Village Council wrote a letter to MVA Fund. MVA Fund said, we will train at least 10 to 20 people in first aid, but the requirement is you have to come to Bethanie. You have to come to Windhoek and stay for 1 month at your own cost, and we will train you. That letter came to Bethanie Village Council. Everybody said, we will not go. But one lady who was a cleaner at Bethanie Village Council, Honorable, said, I will go to Windhoek, I will stay with my auntie, and I will complete that course. Let me complete this cycle. That lady today is the enrolled nurse in Bethanie. From a cleaner to an enrolled nurse. She's the enrolled nurse in Bethanie. It is just support. And that is the first generation of our program, the campus, under the leadership and the visionary leadership of Honorable Governor Aletta Frederick. When she was a councillor, she approved that this program must be supported. This was a storeroom, the door that you see there. Today, it is a community information center. Communities are applying there just through support. That is the word we must use through. Program is now the second generation of this program. Dit wil sê, dis nou die tweede generasie van hierdie program. Dis waar die jong mense nou gesê het, let's begin to imagine. Die vraag wat vir Moses gevra was, wat is in jou hande? Saam om in Nataya. We must not ask people, what should they do for us? It is with you. Moses was asked that question to be self-aware of what God has deposited in himself. And the youth of Bethanie, the youth of Namibia, it is the best of life is not ahead of you, it is inside of you. You must just start working on it. You just need that encouraging environment. Jy het net die omgewing of die omstandighede nodig om jou te ondersteun. So ek is baie trots op hierdie jong mense van Bethanie, hierdie jeug van Bethanie, en dis waarom ons hierdie jong manne waarmee ek werk by Windhoek en so aan met die programme, het ons gesê, kom ons gaan ondersteun ons jeug en maak seker dat hulle ook weet dat daar is ander jong mense wat julle kan ondersteun. So I'm sure Hyphen, also me and Martin, we were on the Ausblick mountain top some years back, we were talking about Bethanie. And today he is in Bethanie. I do not even know he will be in Bethanie. But I talked to him at the mountain talk about Bethanie and say, man, there is that community. And I know we will do much more. Of course, Bethanie must also have its own VTC. VTCs are not for towns and for cities. We want to contribute, we want to do value addition. Some projects vir Lutheran Hive, die Hyphen project in Lutheran paar goed moet in Bethanie gemaak word. value addition. But we must make sure our youth are not only will be semi-skilled and labor-based, they must be professionals. We need to have a deliberate plan to make the youth in the South and in Namibia as a general ready for the road to prosperity. It is a deliberate plan. So we are so happy, and we trust that the Lord will bless us as we will engage further during this weekend or the Youth Expo, and make sure that we create a climate and an environment that will make our youth to thrive. God bless.
Another round of applause at the Kabang Ongkang Amba Amai. Sada di Aye. The Namastap group, the cultural group, the Nama cultural group, give us a performance. Is the representative of NYC here? Okay, thank you. After the performance, this performance, I will call on you. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Kwidang omgang amba amai. That is how namastabis be done, not this pantula, I don't know, whatever thing that we saw in other towns. Okay. It is also my honor now to call upon Mr. Koo from the National Youth Service, Council, sorry, National Youth Council, to give a statement. Mr. Koo.
Baie dankie. Kan almal my hoor? As julle my kan hoor, klap hande asseblief. As julle my kan hoor, skree harder asseblief. As jong mense hier is vandag, skree baie harder. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I will stick to the protocol that was already established. My name is Vivian de Koo. I'm a board member of the National Youth Council of Namibia, representing Ms. Sharonis Bush in her absentia. Vandag is 'n baie groot geleentheid vir ons. En ek wil sê baie dankie aan die organiseerders van hierdie funksie. Thank you very much to the organizers of this function. The theme is for the youth, by the youth. And do we know how much power that carries? Weet ons as jong mense hoeveel krag dit dra om 'n statement te kan maak om te sê vir die jong mense, met die jong mense. Ons sê soms niks sonder die jong mense, met die jong mense nie. Verstaan ons wat ons sê? Verstaan ons die tema van vandag? Jong hierdie mic en ek is mos nie maatjies nie. Today I want to speak about the appreciation of this event. And I really appreciate the fact, Honorable Governor, that we have young people, Honorable Governor, that we have young people that have mostly come out in numbers. We had a lot of stumbling blocks as young people, but nevertheless, we came out in numbers. And this is one of the reasons one of the things that I want to speak about today is self-empowerment. Because this event was an event that was created by the youth. With a hardworking, mentor, bright, inspiring, brilliant, and resilient woman driving behind the force, such as the governor of the Karas region. So colleagues, I would want us to give a very loud round of applause to our governor. Honorable Minister, we most especially welcome you today. We hear you've shocked us with your presence. So please, you are more than welcome to come back. And this actually would mean that the Honorable Minister took out time from her very busy schedule to come spend time with the young people in Bethanie, because she knows that the voices of the young people at the grassroots levels are the ones that matter the most. Why? Because we are the ones that are affected on a day-to-day basis. So it's not only about our ministers making decisions about us without our input. We have a very clear example today of our very own minister being here present today, to come hear from us, to interact with us, so that whenever decisions are being made regarding young people or regarding the youth, then the minister can say, but the young people of this region has got different challenges than the other regions. So let's address them differently as the other regions. I would want to speak to our young people today. You know, we are in a time where we face a lot of challenges and a lot of issues. And we are all under different circumstances. But nevertheless, we are gathered here today as young people because we have made a decision to say that no matter what position or what change that I'm in, I am not going to let me change that. If it's going to change me, then it's going to change me for the better. Because our input as young people must be for the better. We need to mobilize each other as young people. We need to stand together as young people. I'm very proud to say that by this year's the elections, the registration of young people were the highest in the country, which means that we are actively partaking in the decisions of our country. We want to be involved, and our nation and our ministers are noticing us. And that's very good, because if we are not part of the change making, then we are not allowed to speak. So as much, and I would like to motivate this, and this is off script now, I would like to motivate us, all that went to register, to please go out and vote on the 27th of November, 2024. We have made that change to stand up to go register, so let us do the same come elections. That was off the script, but it's very much important for us young people. I would want to speak to the high table now. Firstly, before I go there, I want to ask all of these young people that are here today, who so far has taken part in doing any volunteer job? Work that you don't get paid for, work that you need to come up with. Okay, can we put up our hands? I'm not going to say anything. Oh, yes, here behind me, yes, we go there. Everybody's welcome to partake in this situation. So, and you think, this is the thing that we're thinking, that no, just because I'm volunteering, I'm not being noticed. I'm not being seen. But we are actually the backbone of what's going on into this country. I would like to say to the organizations, to the institutions, to the ministries, that we are doing a lot of work. And now I'm turning this side to the high table. As young people, when it comes to volunteering, we are doing a lot of work. Irrespective of us not receiving anything, I would like to plea to the organizations, to the institutions, to everybody that has got people volunteering for them, just to say thank you. Because recognition into what you're doing as a volunteer goes a long way. We know the benefits that there are for us volunteering, but do the people that we volunteer for know what it is just for us to say thank you? Thank you for your work today. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for being here today. So I would like to say, on behalf of all the young people of Namibia, and on behalf of everybody else that cannot say it today, to all my young people that are always volunteering, thank you. We appreciate you, and we need you. Because without you, we cannot always be where we want to be. Today we've got stalls that will be present here today, exhibited here today. I want us to make use of the information that we're going to get from there. Because if we do not have information, we cannot move forward. We are very fortunate enough, Honorable Governor, today that you have brought stalls and you've brought information down to grassroots level. Just to say that we don't always have Wi-Fi, we don't always have internet connections, or we don't always have people that know about things that are happening in our regions, but are not getting it to us. But here today we can have first-hand experience and first-hand knowledge. What I want to say to the young people is, make use of the information that you're going to receive throughout the time that we're going to be here. Make use of it, man, even abuse it if you need to. Because we need to make use of it to show that there is a lack of whatever it is within our constituency. So we're going to make use of this. There are a lot of developments currently happening in our country, especially in the south. The young people are being given information. The young people need to use that information and to move forward with it. From the National Youth Council of Namibia side, we offer a lot of assistance. We offer help. We're not financially stable, but it's fine. We are getting there somehow. What I'm saying is that being innovative and self-empowerment is what should drive us at this current point. We are all not job seekers. Some of us are job creators that are sitting here today. And we need to make use of events such as this to showcase our talents. Because if we're not going to show it to the world, who do you think is going to show it to the world? Nobody. So we need to take the first step. So I'm ending off with the slogan of the day, or for this event. By the youth, for the youth. Can I get a halala? I so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Koo, for that powerful statement. Ne altyd ranwa gon gerami amai tsino chisna da goro die WhatsApp status die nie groep die en me ons bring hierdie inligting vir u by jou deur. So maak gebruik daarvan amai. BTI Youth Choir, are you ready? BTI Youth Choir. We are slowly going to the highlight of the day.
Nani esikubela, siya bonga. 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 Nani esikubela, siya bonga.
Hulle deeltemal geantwoord aan my. Ons sien hulle is nou reg. As I mentioned before when I was calling Pastor Sydney, we have another daughter of the soil, our own, a shining star, our own governor from the dusty streets of Bethanie. I call upon Honorable Aletta Frederik for her statement. And she will also call the keynote address speaker, the Honorable Minister. Thank you, Honorable Governor.
Thank you very much. You may take your seats. The highest person here is the Honorable Minister, so you are only allowed to raise for her when she comes to the podium. If there was no one above me, yes. I don't want to waste time because I think people are getting tired, and I want us to hear the message from the Honorable Minister. Of course, we are happy that she agrees to come to Bethanie. We appreciate her presence in our midst. We thank God for travel mercies. And also during a busy schedule, she chose to be here today. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Now, I'm tasked to just do a remark and then introduce the keynote speaker of the day. We have started yesterday. We had very fruitful, insightful sessions with COSTEF, NAST, and Hyphen, and also one of the businesswomen in Bethanie. But of course, those platforms are created for everybody. The school-going learners, the young people, out-of-school youth, or any other interesting inhabitant of this particular town. But it was quite a little bit disappointing that we did not have the out-of-school youth at these platforms. So I don't think maybe you need to help us. What is it that we need to do? Mr. Ku, what must we do to have young people on those platforms to have conversations amongst ourselves? Maybe we run out of ideas, and of course, you are in that bracket of young people. I can speak over you. I'm an upper youth. Am I Dagmaramio? Upper youth, I'm not a young person. Honorable Minister, Cairo, that's enough. So help us and guide us, advise us as leaders. How can we approach to get young people in that space to have conversations with them? Because those platforms are also very important. As much as we have other challenging issues that we face every day. Maar as ons praat, glo ek gaan ons oplossings kry. Because if we don't have conversations amongst ourselves, I will not know what is your challenge, you will not know what I'm battling with, and you will not be able to help me to go through the challenge that I'm facing. So dis baie belangrik dat ons na sulke platforms moet kom. So as I'm standing here, I know the vote of thanks will be done, but I sincerely thank once again COSTAF, NAST and Hyphen. We have invited also other institutions like UNAM, NUMT. Okay, NUMT was here last year, full house, something that we appreciate full out the Expo, throughout the Expo. But unfortunately, they could not make it this year. But we appreciate the three that are here. Kom ons klap vir hulle hande. Good afternoon once again. It is with great pride that I stand before you today as the governor of the Karas region and of course the patron of the Bethanie Youth Expo. This event is a testament to our commitment to empowering young people in our community. Before I proceed, I would like to take this opportunity once again extend my heartfelt gratitude to all institutions and individuals who supported our preceding gala dinner in Lutherets. Your generosity and commitment have been instrumental in making this prestigious event possible. It is through your support that we can create opportunities for our youth to thrive. It brings me immense joy to witness a few bold young individuals from our remote yet resilient town take initiatives in founding the Bethanie Youth Expo. Kom ons klap vir hulle. Want ons almal weet dat as jy na Bethanie kyk, really there's no economic activities that are happening. Maar ons is regtig waar dankbaar vir jong mense, dapper jong mense wil ek sê, wat nie gekyk het na die omstandighede waarin hulle is nie, maar hierdie initiative opgevat het om 'n Bethanie Youth Expo te begin. We are really proud of you. This initiative demonstrates not only courage but also an unwavering belief in their potential, which speaks volumes about their commitment to fostering growth within their community. They have carved out a niche that allows them to showcase their talents, ideas, and entrepreneurial spirit. Expos like this ones are vital for fostering innovation and entrepreneurship amongst young people. They serve as a dynamic platform where aspiring entrepreneurs can trade their products, share ideas, and connect with industry experts. The significance of networking in facilitating this event cannot be overstated. I'm also trying, because we are moving towards 4th Industrial Revolution, to use my mobile phone. So bear with me. Yeah, I urge all the young individuals present here today to dream big, set ambitious goals for yourself. However, ensure that these goals are accompanied by achievable targets. It is not enough to simply wish for success. One must actively pursue it with determination and discipline. As you are exploring to create for yourself business opportunities through this platform, I urge you to upgrade your skills through pursuing educational careers, something which is not just beneficial but essential in today's competitive landscape. Education is not merely a stepping stone, it is a powerful tool that equips you with skills necessary to navigate life's complexities, because life is fundamentally about seeking opportunities that can enhance your life and livelihood. The other important thing is to be mindful of your democratic and constitutional obligation to participate. And as it was already alluded before by the representative from the National Youth Council, we are pleased to see that the young people went out in numbers to register. In elections as the only legitimate means to influence decisions, because that's the only way, if you vote, how you can influence decisions that can impact your life positively. Therefore, I urge you to actively participate in electoral processes. Director of Ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is my distinct honor to introduce our keynote speaker for today's event. Now, this person holds a Bachelor's of Arts in Law, BA, a Bachelor's of Law, LLB from the University of Western Cape, and a Master's of Laws from the University of Pretoria. She has been an admitted legal practitioner of the High Court of Namibia since 2000 and became a notary public in 2015. In 2020, she was appointed as the Minister of Justice, showcasing her commitment to upholding justice in our nation. Before her ministerial role, she served as the chairperson of the Law Reform and Development Commission for 5 years, starting in 2015. Honorable Donsap also contributed significantly to academia as the Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Law at the University of Namibia as a lecturer for 7 years. Her public work reflects her interest in critical areas such as access to justice, disability rights, children's rights, constitutional law, and human rights laws. With her extensive experience and visionary approach that aligns perfectly with our mission here at the Bethanie Youth Expo, the Minister of Justice, Honorable Yvonne Donsap, please join me to welcome her to the podium to share her insights with us today. Kira ang amre, krisis ko se. Kira no, kariro sing amre.
No, Ture. President niet goed kira maar bij het vice president dom kute. Middag. Madisa. Kan je de kutok van ha? Kan je de ratsa? On ngairo padre. Ngairo padre. Ami here do what to bang an ngairo padre. Thank you for the picture. Before I do I will not start before you sing. Ngairo padre. Kai mai dungai. Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Governor. Thank you, the leadership of this region. Thank you for that warm welcome. I've been writing this speech since yesterday, And whenever I'm asked to speak somewhere, I'm always struggling to conclude a speech while I'm at home. A speech can truly only be concluded when you have seen the audience and you have felt the energy of that particular space. So forgive me if I'm not giving you a speech that you think should have been with all sorts of quotes and all sorts of terminology, because speeches of politicians have also become known to many of us, because there must be certain things in there. You may not find any of that in mine today. And the reason is, when you speak to the youth, you have to be agile, you have to be adaptable, and you must read the room, as they say. So since I've been requested to make a few key remarks, I've been struck by two important aspects of this event. First, it's an expo. So I was curious about what collection of items will be on display. Will it be the regular, or will we see some innovation? I thought. The type Peter Thiel talks about in his work titled 0 to 1, where we need to think about the future as progressive. He talks about how we always have two options: either reinvent the wheel and do what others have done by copying things that work, or do the harder things nobody else has ever done. In other words, doing something new. And the likes of Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and Bill Gates come to mind, and many, many others. Anyway, the second thing that struck me was the theme of this expo: for youth, by youth. And I thought to myself, well, this seems like a fair proposition to own your space as the youth and control its direction. But I was also curious about where it comes from and what it is intended to achieve. I further pondered and concluded that it was not meant to exclude anyone that is not in that bracket, like the governor who's an upper youth. It seems like a reaffirmation of our new reality. Statistically, 71% of the Namibian population is youth. We also know now that 900,000 of the 1.4 million registered voters are young people under the age of 35. I was 35 in 2010. I had just voted for the last time in 2009 as a youth. So I'm not a youth anymore, but I'm a strong ally, because I have a son who is 19. I have nephews and nieces, friends that are below the age of 35. So I remain connected to the plight and the challenges of young people. Ambade. So I understand why I'm here talking to you about your empowerment, and how all of our conversations going forward would essentially become youth-centric. In fact, not talking about youth empowerment on any platform might be frowned upon. That's how important you have become. And young people, you should be proud, because this is not a favor. It is an entitlement, and you must own it. You may want to clap for that. This is evident from the number of young people who stood up and registered. This is significant, and perhaps a strong message that young people are asserting themselves, and it starts with power to vote. The other day, I was at the valedictory ceremony in Rehoboth High School, where I was a speaker. I was inspired for two reasons. First, parents were present to celebrate their children's academic, cultural, and sports achievements. And it reminded parents and teachers what an important role they play. Second, the top performers inspired me. But it was a reminder to other learners in the hall that did not perform so well to always do their best and always push for better. I'm sharing this because typically an expo drives innovation, and enhances role modeling. Isn't it true that many of us would emulate what others before us have done? So much be proud. So you must be proud that you are doing this for the second installment. Clap for yourselves. An expo is what I call a collision platform. It is an opportunity for intergenerational dialogue. It is a platform that establishes firm networks for further work and new relationships. It displays innovation. It creates new knowledge and develops skills. It is a place where business people and sponsors promise increased investment and can even be a platform for employment creation. But it all starts with you. I was 16 when I got on a plane and went to university in Cape Town. It was 27 years ago when I finished law school in 1997. In 2001, I completed a master's in law at the University of Pretoria. And the rest you have heard from the governor when she introduced me. I'm sharing this background not to brag, but to inspire hope in many of us who come from rural settings, from public schools, not to think that they will not make it. All we need is to have association with the right persons, have supportive parents, and an encouraging environment. What motivates you? What motivates me is respect for parents, respect for teachers, and respect for self. How you behave at home and in your community reflects on how you are at school or how you are here today. There's a quote that says, education is the passport for the future. For the future belongs to those who prepare for it. When? Today. Now. This resonates with what Clinton Chauke wrote in, and I've got a book here. I bought that book 5 years ago. It's titled Born in Chains. What do we call people that are born after 1990? Please, you may be seated. Thank you. What do we call people who are born after 1990? Born frees. Now, this book was written by an academic titled Born in Chains, the diary of an angry born free. But after, I'm sharing that with you, I'll get back to that in a minute, but Clinton Chauke in that book, in the diary of the angry born free, concluded after spending complaining and being angry in 260 pages, finally realized that it does not help him to be angry, but rather to be optimistic. And he quotes, and I hope many of you will remember this for many, many years to come as young people. He quoted Robert F. Kennedy, an American, in a speech in 1966 at UCT then. That's 58 years ago. When he said, and I quote, "The world demands the qualities of youth." Not of old people, not of in-betweeners, but of youth. Whatever the definition of youth is. Not a time of life, but a state of mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. What you feed your mind, that will determine your future. A temper of the will. If you don't have the will, you will not be able to sustain the energies that is required by 4x4, for example. You need a quality of imagination. You have to imagine your future. You have to imagine tomorrow. If you have no dreams, if you have no imagination, if you can't reimagine your life, where do you think you will be? There must be a predominance of courage over timidity. Courage over being timid. This fear, right? You must have courage, even when you come up here, even when the president is in your midst, because I don't know what will happen if our voices are clocking up because there's a minister. Imagine if the president comes. The president can come here anytime. But we must always just have courage. And you've done incredibly well. So we must have courage over timidity. You must have, and I can imagine, I was really impressed by this 4x4, and I'm looking for those t-shirts. Do you only get them when you join the apparel, when you join the network? Okay, so when my son joins, please also send me a... excuse me. So have appetite of adventure over life of ease. End of quote. If this statement is anything to go by, remember this world already 58 years ago needed your inexperience. Just arm yourself with education. Clap for yourselves for arming yourself with. Life in the 1980s and early 90s there was no cell phone. There was a commitment to walk long distances. There was no TV or access to personal cars. Friends were few but genuine. In school, textbooks were important. Listening and respecting the authority of your parents and teachers was non-negotiable. Today, there is a marked difference. Social media is running our lives. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I'm even seeing old people over 60 on TikTok doing funny things. And we spend time laughing at them. And you are sending them all sorts of, what are those little roses and things? You're sending them gifts. Some people even sit there and encourage you to send them gifts. They need a lion and they need all sorts of things. I only see TikTok by accident. I don't follow anything on TikTok because I think it's addictive. I think it takes a lot of time and it's unproductive. So we spend a lot of time on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. There's a lot of teenage stress that is real. Suicide is in worrying numbers. Our kids are overexposed and probably unprotected, not heard and pressured. What are they seeing and exposed to at home, in the communities? Role modeling is important. What does our teaching and learning environment look like? But we are hearing you. We know 46% of youth unemployment is unacceptable. We know that you are feeling excluded from positions of decision-making, corporate and parliament, but we are proud that our youngest minister in Africa is a Namibian. And the youngest parliamentarian that will join the ranks of parliament next year would be the youngest in Africa. So Namibia must be proud of what we are achieving with youth empowerment. We know you are struggling with alcohol and drug abuse, with socioeconomic issues of lack of housing and other amenities. But there is movement in our quest to empower you as our young people. As a government, we have and will continue to provide youth empowerment activities in the areas of sports, arts, culture, education and training, and upskilling you to position yourself for the emerging energy opportunities. Oil, gas, and green hydrogen are all waiting for you. The problems the youth face are problems we all face as a people. And so we can overcome them as a collective. And some of it started with lessons we learned in kindergarten, believe it or not. We learned to share everything in kindergarten. We learned to be fair. We learned not to hit people. We learned to hold hands when crossing the road, to put things back where you found them, not to take things that are not yours. Clean up your own mess. Say sorry when you hurt someone. Flush the toilet. Wash your hands before you eat. Live a balanced life. I like the slogan of the 4x4. A brother is not a burden. It is profound. Profound. But I don't know enough to expand on it. But it is certainly food for thought. So thank you, Mr. Boyce, for what you do with the young men. Remember who you hang out with and the books you read will make a huge difference in your outlook on life. I'm currently reading what Elon Musk reads, and I want to share the titles with you. Elon Musk reads the following books. These 3 books, the one is titled by Max Tegmark Life 3.0. He read The Big Picture by Sean Carroll. He read Superintelligence. He read 0 to 1. The reason why I'm sharing this with you, there's another one. I can't remember whether he also read this one. But there's another one that's good for young people to get into reading. It's called Atomic Habits. It really just teaches you every little step that you take determines your future. Every decision that you make today will have an impact on where you are headed in a few years' time. I'm sharing this with you because I want you to understand that who you hang out with, understanding the people that you are hanging out with. What are they talking about? What are the books that they are reading? What are the things that they think about when they are not with you, for example? So that you can see how some of that behavior can influence where you are headed in the future as a young person. So I want to conclude to say that just do it. And remember to tell your story. Your story is not your position. It is likely to transform someone else's life. When people say education is the greatest equalizer, they mean it would not matter where you came from. Poverty, discrimination, abuse, your future is different. Because while your past or your history is good for experiences you had and the lessons learned, but it must not determine your future. Take charge, and it starts with a foundation in education. Just do it. Do things differently, a new way of thinking and doing things. Just do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hey, Kanadagako. I hope we listened carefully and we heard what the Honorable Minister said. Abuse het ek hier aan die PTI use ge. Ek het die helfte van die minister se speech nie gehoor nie. Want ek was hier uitgevat om nog ander goeders te gaan doen. Terwyl ek gehijack is om hierdie program te lei. Toe ek in gaan sê die Miss Expo, good job, honorable, good job. Ek sê good job, mas ek gaan lei jou program. Okay. We've got some cups here, advertising aan my. Bethanie Expo 2024. Dan het hulle die Smeelenhuis op, dat bring jy op, dis vir die skool, Smeelenwil, is $100. Dis net 4 cups, daai kan ek hier nie ba. Dis net 4 cups wat oor is, die ene is myne, so daar is net 4 wat oor is, dit was 10, maar the type of leadership van governor het gister met die, waar ons met die jong mense hier was, die skoolkinders hier was, 6 koppies gevat en die skoolkinders gelaat wen en gesê, PTI hoef betaal die 6 koppies, so ons het nie 'n keuse gehad om die koppies te betaal nie. Maar die goed, ek era pultous gabi die geen my kou. Goeie dan, en die kyk man, en kyk, kom sien na. Dis ke PTI hoef sy ngastina nie betaal. Soos que PTI jou sara betaal. Okay. Okay. Ag rooi katske hot ma. Uitmakeriske. I also want to announce, before I call upon the Vice Chairperson to do the closing remarks, I also want to announce there will be no lunch for the high table. There is no lunch for the high table. Go and support the stalls. Yes, thank you so much. There's no lunch. Thank you so much. Jennifer Creer, closing remarks. $100 amai.
Good afternoon. I stand on the protocol as already established. Today we stand in the light of possibilities driven by the hopes and dreams of our generation. As youth, we are the torchbearers of tomorrow, navigating a world of challenges ranging from societal pressure to environmental crisis, with resilient passions and a hunger for change. In a world often clouded by doubt, we dare to believe in a future that is just inclusive and full of opportunities. This Youth Expo has been a testament to our collective strength, creativity, and vision. Each of you who participated has shown that the youth are not simply the leaders of tomorrow, but the change makers of today. Your dedication and energy and commitment to making a difference inspire all of us. And it is the spirit of unity and determination that will shape the world we hope to see. It is with great honor and gratitude that I stand before you on behalf of Begin to Imagine Youth Group to deliver the vote of thanks for this incredible Youth Expo. On behalf of all participants, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to everyone who made this event a remarkable success. A special thanks to our keynote speaker, our Honorable Minister Yvonne Danzap. And our Honorable Governor of the Great Karas region, Aleta Frederik. The patron of Bethanie Youth Expo, our mentor, Mr. Sydney Boyce, who took the time to inspire and educate us with the invaluable insight. Your words have lit a spark in many of us, motivating us to dream bigger and pursue our goals with more determination. Our sponsors, National Youth Council, Ludwig's Waterfront Development Company, Nova Name, Kenyan Hotel, Ludwig's Town Council, Bank Windhoek, Bethanie Village Council, our main stakeholders, Seaflower, our Village Council, Ludwig's Sea View Restaurant, and Mr. Tiu Nulundwa. To our partners, Bethanie Village Council, Mr. Flaxman and the Ludwig's Development Company, 4x4 Initiative, Telecom, Bethanie Library, Ms. Irene Menkis, Mr. Piekas. The educational institution, NAS, COSTEC, CAFO, ECD, the Church Alliance for Orphans, thank you. And supporters, we deeply appreciate your contribution and belief in the potential of the youth. Your support has not only made this event possible, but also reinforced the message that we, the youth, are the leaders and change makers of tomorrow. I'd also like to thank my fellow participants, exhibitors, and performers. You've all brought such an incredible energy, creativity, and talent, making this expo vibrant and dynamic. It's truly inspiring to witness that we can achieve when we come together. Lastly, but mostly important, a big thank you to everyone. In the audience, your presence and enthusiasm have made this event more special. And we hope you leave today feeling empowered and ready to take on new challenges. Let's carry the spirit of the Youth Expo forward and continue to support each other as we grow into leaders of the future. Once again, thank you all, and I'd like to forward seeing you where the journey takes us. Thank you. Sorry. I would also love to thank the media. Kara's Media House, I can say you are our partner from now on. Because whenever we have an event, we know who to contact. We'd also like to say thank you to MICT. Thank you for coming and supporting the youth of Bethanie. Thank you.
Daar het julle myself gesien. Ek is nie dankie gesê nie. Julle het myself gesien. I'm not Bethanie Village Council, I'm Karibasin. Daar sê. Okay. Ons is klaar. Let's rise for the anthems. Let's rise for the anthems. Before we sing the anthems, I want to announce there will be the Miss Expo event tonight here at the community hall. The tickets are $30. Oh my God. Is het 20? 20. Maak maar 30 en dan gaan die $10 naar mij toe. Okay, it's $20. $20. It's $20. Thank you so much. Now we will tour the stalls, led by the Honorable Governor, Honorable Aletta Friedrichs, who lead the high table in